Welcome to the Aries Girl podcast. I'm your host, Aries Ramsey. All commentary provided in this video is alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only, under the guidance of the Fair Use Act of 1976. Well, now that we have that disclaimer out of the way, let's get into the show. On Funky Dineva's YouTube show that aired on Wednesday, May 29th of 2024, he gave an account of the events preceding Maurice Scott's arrest.
When I landed in Huntsville, I texted Marceau and said, hey, just let you know I'm in the city. He didn't respond.
Since Marceau didn't immediately respond back to Funky Dineva when he texted him Friday night, he ended up going out to eat with family at an establishment called Sack's Kitchen, which is about 4 minutes away from Black. However, Funky did eventually hear back from Marceau telling him that they were at Black, so Funky Dineva left Sack's Kitchen and headed over there to meet up with Marceau.
When I walk in, Marceau, Tisha, Maurice, Kimmy, and the two new people was over there by the DJ booth. They had the drinks, bottles on the table. Me and my people, my cousin sister-in-law, we went over there. We was drinking, just having a good time. Now listen, y'all. Them people was already lit before I got there.
Did you catch that? According to Funky Dineva, Tisha, Marceau, Kimmy, and Maurice were already under the influence when Funky Dineva arrived at Black. Let's pick back up on Funky's account of events.
We got there at about 12:15, about 12-ish, 12:15. They closed at 2. Them people was already lit.
Alright, Funky arrived at Black at around 12 to 12:15 early Saturday morning on May 25th, 2024. Let's continue.
This was not my fault. Them people was lit and crunk when I got there. I stayed about an hour because I was tired from traveling. Went home. Woke up the next day. I found out the same way y'all found out that Maurice had got a DUI.
Let's recap the events. Funky Dineva arrived at Black around 12:15 a.m. on Saturday, May 25th, where he found Tisha, Marceau, Kimmy, and Maurice already quote-unquote lit. Funky stayed around an hour and then left. This would put the time around 1 to 1:15 a.m., approximately.
Now, when Maurice showed up to my party on Sunday, I asked him the same question y'all asked. What was you doing out at 12 o'clock the afternoon the next day still drunk? That's not what happened.
Well, that's interesting.
Maurice told me that he got arrested at about 4 o'clock in the morning is when he got arrested. So I'm assuming the 12 o'clock booking time that was on the arrest record is probably when they processed him. I don't know if it was a shift change or whatever the case may be.
So, it appears that Maurice was arrested around 4 a.m. Saturday morning and was held approximately 20 hours before he was released at 12:19 a.m. on Sunday morning. You mean to tell me that after bonding out of jail for a DUI, Maurice Scott thought it was a good idea to attend Funky Dineva's Down to the Bar event at Black? I actually advised against this in my update video about his arrest. If I remember correctly, Maurice drove to Black on Sunday to continue drinking and partying.
Everybody want to know how the fuck you get booked at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. They say you was out.
Hey, this is what I gotta tell y'all. Y'all have to let the wheels adjust. He wore the same shit he had on the night before.
I'm here to let the Scott brothers know that this is not a flex. In no way, shape, or form is a DUI remotely funny. I mentioned the irony of Maurice having on the same clothes from the day before in his booking photo. However, I would feel more comfortable if the arresting agency provided the time of Maurice's arrest and the location where it occurred. It's not easy for me to just accept that he is telling the truth. For all we know, Maurice may be trying to give himself an alibi for his actual whereabouts by saying he was arrested earlier than his booking photo stated. Seriously, why didn't Maurice correct Funky Dineva on the actual time of arrest when asked how he got arrested at 12? All Maurice said is that we have to let the wheels of justice turn. This makes me wonder how justice would work in a situation like this. So, I did a little research on what happens after someone gets arrested for a DUI in Alabama. I first wondered if a person's license could be suspended after their first DUI arrest. According to the law offices of Siegel and Siegel in Huntsville, Alabama, 2 different types of suspensions exist in Alabama, the first being an administrative suspension. They state that several jurisdictions will suspend a person's license if they refuse a breathalyzer or have a blood alcohol content over a certain level. This means that a person can lose their driving privilege despite not yet having been found guilty of driving while intoxicated. Now, I'm unaware of what happened in Maurice's situation. I'm just generally speaking. The second type of suspension occurs when a person is convicted of an intoxicated driving offense. Whether or not their driver's license will be suspended or revoked will depend on their jurisdiction, whether this is their first offense, and their blood alcohol content. In Madison County, Alabama, which is the county that Huntsville is in, DUI arrests result in 2 processes after an arrest. First is the administrative hearing, which results in civil penalties, like driver's license suspension. And second, the criminal process, which can result in a conviction. A conviction can lead to fines, driver's license suspension or revocation, imprisonment, and even an ignition interlock device. My advice to Maurice is to get an experienced attorney that specializes in representing people being arrested for DUIs. You know how the saying goes, a lawyer that represents himself has a fool for a client. The decision to return to black on the very same day that he got out of jail told me everything that I needed to know. Just look at these pictures. This probably doesn't help your DUI case, Maurice. Gee, I wonder why I didn't see Kimmy in any of those pictures. And of course, in true love and marriage Huntsville after lockup fashion, Maurice's DUI was downplayed. Let's listen to what Miss Wanda had to say upon finding out about Maurice's arrest.
It would be okay, y'all. A lot of people get DUIs. That's okay. They'll be okay. Ain't like he to commit a crime now. He just got a DUI. Come on now, y'all. Damn. Just got a DUI. He probably know what he was doing. Probably went dead drunk, but of course, had the wrong cop to stop him at the wrong time. That's all. Y'all know how these cops is. They can just smell a little alcohol on you, then they'll throw a DUI on you. And you don't even be drinking that with some damn coolers. So yeah, they could just smell alcohol on you and say, okay, well, you must have been drinking, sir. You need to get in the right girl car so we can check your driver's license. Can I have your driver's license? So we can check your driver's license. Y'all already know how that works. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me.
First of all, a DUI is a crime in Alabama, Miss Wanda. That's why Maurice got arrested. He could have seriously hurt someone, and I am so thankful that he was taken into custody so that no one was harmed because he foolishly decided to get behind the wheel after a night of drinking. Secondly, nothing about this is funny, and it makes me wonder what is in your cup as you are driving and doing a live video. We will see how this DUI case against Maurice progresses. As I learn of any updates, I will definitely keep you updated. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and also hit that notification bell so that you never miss an episode of the Aries Girl podcast. I'll see you on the next podcast. Until then, take care.